So hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Ames's Corner. How you all doing out there? So it's the end of a long, hot, steamy Tuesday. Just getting some big, ugly work truck front end work done, but nothing. Well, looks like one of you guys need me to talk about your Subaru. So anyways, yeah, let's go talk to a guy about a Subaru. Got a nice little WRX kind of warmed up a little bit here, and got it right here. It's actually a new customer came in the other day with this car, and we did a little checkout work on it. And while driving it, I noticed it had a lot of boost lag, and the boost was all over the place on it. So he brought it back. I had him bring it back today, and we found a boost leak in it. I did a smoke test and found a vacuum line worn out. So let me go inside and see what he's got to say, and we'll see in a second. This is Aaron. He's one of the fellow subscribers, but let's show him what we found in his car here. So I did a smoke test. I cleaned the air filter. I heard some of the noises you were hearing with the shifter. It's the same thing that we were talking about with the first, third, and fifth being on the counter shaft. I don't hear any bearing noise with it. It's just that annoying sound. There's really not a lot we can do about that. But anyways, if we look down, probably can't really see where it is, but there's the line that feeds your wastegate comes off of right here. It's hard to see, and comes around into the top here. If you look on your battery, there's a line. I just sit right there with nothing hooked up. Yep. Now if we look, this is what would have gone to your turbo housing right here. And see the hole in it? You guys see the split too? So that right there is the main line that feeds your boost controller. And that's why your boost was all over the place. So we put the new line in it, and it felt a lot better, a lot snappier. I think part of the problem, it's so laggy, and I was comparing it to like a stock one, is I didn't even realize you had the front mount. So I think that's why it's laggier than like your normal stock one, but that's why it makes so much boost. It can handle it at higher RPMs. Yeah. But that tube being split is why your boost was all over the place. Okay, so that's definitely a lot smoother. So it should be a lot better now. You should have your power back. It should feel like it did. You remember you saying that after a while it started to lose, like it wasn't where it should be. Yeah, like 3 months ago. Like 3 months ago. Yeah. I took care of that, cleaned the air filter. The other thing I noticed, I didn't write it down on the paperwork, you were 3.8 quarts low on oil. I get a 3.8. It only holds 4.5. No, I know. I did my oil change, and I noticed I was pretty low before. Yeah, Andrew said he was helping you. He told me that you guys were just in it like a month ago, right? Yeah, so, and we were a little bit low too. We noticed that. I don't know if he told you that. It was low then. Part of that might have been the leaky catch can leaking all over the place, because it was pretty oily underneath. But it might be burning a little bit. I noticed your tailpipe's real black, real sooty. Really? That's kind of an indication you're running either rich or burning a little bit of oil. So I just keep an eye on the level. Maybe every 500 miles, pop the hood, just make sure everything's good. It's kind of, with a tuned car, it's kind of good to open the hood every 500 miles and just look at things. Yeah. You know, if you see something leaking or out of place, then you know you got to bring it back in or take care of it. But yeah, I did the smoke test, and that was the only leak I found, was that one hose. Awesome. I didn't find any other. I noticed that your front mount, I don't like how it's mounted. Me neither. You saw that? How it's like jammed into the chassis, right into the core. That's only going to last so long before it wears a hole in it. I know. They put it right behind like the crash bar, like right there. Yeah, so and then it's I saw that it's right up against the crash bar. It looks like they got some bubble wrap to kind of. Like, I think it might have rattled. I don't know. That's where I was kind of alluding to is that might be what you're hearing for rattling too at startup, because I noticed the piping going in. One of them is right up against one of the tie down mounts. There's like a hook under there. Yep. So I think that's what your rattle is, and like I was saying with the transmission, I really wouldn't worry about that little bit of noise you got. Yeah, I was actually almost told him to cross that off, because I went out and I bought an aftermarket the shift knob, and it's like twice as heavy. It's like 500 grams, so it kind of quieted it down a lot. Yeah. So. They also make them that are heavy with a rubber isolator inside of them, which can get rid of some of that. Oh, do they? Yeah, you might want to get like an isolated rubber isolator shift knob. Yep. There might be, I can look into it, there might be some bushings we could replace to tighten it up to. Basically, the noise you're hearing is all the shift linkages inside the transmission, the shift forks moving on the synchro rings. There's a little bit of slack and just at a certain resonation.
Yeah.
You know, I don't, like I was saying, I don't hear any whining noise, any bearing noises or synchro noises. So I think the transmission's all right. It's just kind of a performance car problem. You know what I mean? But yeah, just I think that's about it. You were saying some noise popping when you were turning.
Yeah, it's like when the car stopped. It's just like when you cut it to the left and you start to turn it back right. It just kind of feels like the spring's just like jutting out.
Up there, like the upper strut mounts. That's kind of common. You know?
I never knew. I had a leak in my power steering rack. So about a year ago, I have a 2008 STI steering rack in it now.
Yeah.
And for some reason, after that, that's when it started happening. I don't think that has anything to do with it.
I mean, it might be. I wouldn't. Everything feels tight under there. I mean, that's the thing with performance cars. You got a little bit of noise here and there. As long as it's not falling apart and breaking, you should be all right. But I think we got it pretty well squared away today.
Awesome.
But let me know if it feels any more performance. You know, when you start getting on it, if that really took care of it. I didn't see any other leaks.
Yep.
Well, all right, man. If you want to go in, take care of the bill and keep her out of the cabbage, bud.
All right. Thank you.
All right, man. So anyway, yeah, we got a lot of other neat projects kicking here. We got this, we've had this 86 CJ7 in here for a while. Kind of a cool truck, but problem with these things, they rot out real bad. The steering box rot off the frame and all that. I actually had fixed the steering box on this one a year or two ago. You can actually see the repair maybe. I don't know how the camera's gonna like the low light, but yeah, I had to weld a patch in there. But the trouble with this truck now is the body's rotting right off the frame, so I don't know what we're going to do with that, guys. Another thing that came back today, we got the old Air Ride Camaro. You guys might remember this Z28 a year ago, year and a half, 2 years now, maybe. We put some Air Ride shocks in it. One of you guys really gave me a hard time about that. I called it Air Ride, and you said it wasn't Air Ride, and it didn't belong in a Camaro. The customer supplied his own parts and wanted him in his car. We put him in his car. But anyway, what this is back for, he put a motor in it. The guy, this is actually Bill from Blynn's Auto Body. We've actually gone there a couple of times and talked to him. But they put a motor in it. Pretty motor. Looks pretty. But they put it in, and they couldn't get it to run. So it doesn't run. We haven't looked at it. It got towed in on the flatbed about 2 hours ago, and I'm not sure who's going to get this project right now. It's either going to be me or Paul. If Paul gets it, so be it. And if I get it, we'll have to do a neat video on trying to figure this thing out. But yeah, cool car to figure out. What else we got going on? Nice Beamer. That's that's Andrew's Beamer. That's our apprentice, our shop apprentice's Beamer. Fucking kids. That's Andrew right there talking to Junior and Junior's new truck. Junior got a new truck. And another thing we got kicking before your time, huh? We started this before you started here.
Actually, I've never seen under the hood of this thing.
Really? You've been here for how many years now? Never seen under the hood? That's because the thing never breaks down. Yeah, this is the boss's car. This thing sits in his garage most of the year, but we'll be taking it to a show. I think the only show we bring this car to, and I think it's the only show I'm going to actually go to this year, is the Atkinson show. The Atkinson Fire Department puts on a nice car show. Not really a judge show. You don't really win anything in it, but it's just a nice place to go. Nice day. So I'll have the Sonnet there. If you guys want to meet me, do you know what day is the Atkinson car show? Do you remember?
I think it's around Labor Day weekend, like
is
in
it?
September.
Yeah, Labor Day. It is Labor Day. Yeah, Labor Day weekend. Atkinson Common. Look it up. I'll be there. You guys can be there. Come see hi to me and the boys. Sit in the Sonnet and get some Amesy's badges. All right. Get your head. It's a hood.
Both cars.
Don't get your hands caught in there, huh? Take it easy, Junior. Hey. Keep it out of the cabbage, bro.
Hey, let me see a launch.
Hold on, this could get good. This could get good, boys. No, you were telling me earlier about this kid beats this car pretty hard, huh?
Oh yeah. We'll probably give this a good one.
So you can get out of the fucking traffic. Well, now we know he's burning oil, huh?
Jesus,
now we know he's
that?
burning his oil. I know where his oil's going. You see that smoke out of that
Oh my
tailpipe?
god.
Away she goes, boys.
Smells like oil, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's definitely burning a little oil on that one. It's probably the turbo. He's probably got that turbo pushing 20 pounds, stock turbo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you
Probably
need
original stock
I think you
turbo.
need a turbo, bud.
Yeah.
I think you need a turbo. That was a lot of white smoke there.
I feel like 80,000 miles, so I guess that wouldn't be that surprising.
Yeah, he'll see this video. Yeah, you're watching. You know now. You know. Well, all right, guys. I gotta get cleaned up, get out of here, and all that jizza jazza. Until next time.
Keep it out of the cabbage.
Damn straight.